apple, not only this game, but the Rangers and Devils in their series, and the Yankees getting their World Series rings at the stadium today. And Dan Issel, Hall of Famer, is in town for Game 3, Miami and New York, and the Knicks on a 7-0 run. Oakley called for the foul on Mourning.
And that time, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. That time, Mourning saying to Leonard, throw the ball over on the side the defender is not, and I'll be able to hold him off. Oakley won't be able to get around and make the steal.
Instead, he makes his second foul. Hardaway against Childs. Off a screen, Leonard open. He's cooled off since that horrid streak he had to start the game.
Well, he started off 4 for 4 and has since just made 1 out of 7.
Ewing out on the floor, puts it on the floor against P.J. Brown and scores. Patrick Ewing.
Well, with Miami in all the foul trouble, believe you me, New York knows it, and they're going to spend the rest of this game taking the ball hard to the basket.
That's a 9-0 run for New York. All the way Hardaway. It was the Hardaway, and Mourning saves the possession for Miami with a jam off the offensive board. Miami's lead back to 3. Brown pushing Ewing a little bit out of his comfort zone, perhaps, but Patrick puts it on the floor again. This time, can't finish it. Leonard in a hurry for Miami. Wide open, P.J. Brown. Oh, bad looking shot. Air ball with a wide open look. Childs. Hardaway able to save that pass to P.J. Brown. Miami with the ball up 1. Driving, cut off by Ewing, threw it right to Oakley. Knicks with a chance to take the lead. Larry Johnson against Mashburn, passed up the shot. Now backing in. Ball away. New York in front.
Very tough shot by Larry Johnson, but now he's starting to realize that the mismatch is certainly going to play in his favor.
New York with its first lead since 4-3. Mashburn can't answer for Miami. Childs. Johnson hacked by Mourning. Alonzo Mourning picking up his 4th foul.
Larry Johnson really starting to get involved in the offense. See him take Mashburn to the middle of the floor and the fall-away jump shot. And then the last play going strong at Mourning, picking up the 4th personal foul on Alonzo.
And now Joey Crawford involved in a discussion with Johnson, Oakley, and Ewing.
There's been a technical foul called, and it's going against New York. I'm not sure who it's against. Oakley, Johnson, and Ewing all trying to find out the same thing, but Hardaway's at the other end of the floor shooting a free throw.
Technical foul on Larry Johnson. As Patrick Ewing discusses it with Joey Crawford. And now on the Alonzo Mourning personal foul, Larry Johnson at the line. Mourning goes to the bench with 4 fouls, replaced by Ike Austin.
You see the hard foul by Mourning, and Johnson and Zoe have had something going ever since their days in Charlotte together, and they're not the best of friends. Larry's going to prove to Mourning, I'm not going to take that physical stuff. It cost him a technical foul, but he made his point.
Former Hornet teammates squaring off on that one.
The key point in the game now, Tom. There's 5.5 minutes to go. You know Mourning won't be back in this quarter with the 4 personal fouls. It'll be up to the rest of his Heat teammates to see if they can't hold off New York to the end of the period.
Johnson again hits 1 of 2. New York leads by 1, 48-47. This third quarter so far has belonged to New York. There's the run by the Knicks. Hardaway forced that one up and bailed out by P.J. Brown.
Well, that's the second big offensive rebound and basket. The first one a minute or so ago by Mourning. That one by P.J. Brown kind of break New York's momentum.
Houston off a screen. Leonard right with him. Got a step on the baseline. Allen Houston draws the foul. Well, Allen Houston, you may be familiar. His dad, Wade, coached him at Tennessee. Here he is with this move.
Well, Houston realizing Mourning isn't in there, and Ike Austin, a physical player, but he's not the shot blocker that you have to worry about that Mourning is.
Fourth foul on Austin. Houston hits the free throw. His dad, Wade, lost his job as Tennessee coach and now is back in his hometown of Louisville running a trucking company, and Allen played a little joke on him this week. He called the trucking company, left a message for Wade Houston, and said it was C.M. Newton calling, the athletic director at Kentucky, which, of course, was looking for a coach in the wake of Rick Pitino taking the Celtics job. Allen quickly called back, though. Before too long, he was afraid his dad would get a little too excited. Cruel joke. Hardaway had it taken away by Childs. Chris Childs with a pull-up, feeds inside instead. Ewing to Oakley, and 3-second violation against New York. They overpassed that time.
Yeah, they really did announce what resulted in the 3-second call being made. Oakley positioning himself for the offensive rebound. He thought that the shot was going to come up first here, then there, and you see Oakley never got out of the lane.
Hardaway with that crossover on Childs. Oakley tries to help. Let's see who the foul will be on. It's on Childs. And that is number 4 on Chris. He's the first Knick in serious foul trouble.
Well, you never want to say that Hardaway is taking too much on his shoulders, Tom, because he can hit some unbelievable shots. But the last 3 or 4 trips, Timmy's gone to the middle, taking the shot himself. He's got to get his teammates involved here.
Saw Charlie Ward in for Childs and taking up the defensive duties on Hardaway. Pick and roll. Brown back outside. Hardaway for 3. That is an impossible shot. Charlie Ward was all over him.
But he can do it, and that's his way of playing the game. He's never afraid to take the shot in any circumstance.
Dozen points for Hardaway. Miami by a deuce. Ewing passed it off. 3 to shoot. Ward. Ewing, the offensive rebound, knocked away and out of bounds by the quick hands of Hardaway.
Nice defensive play by Timmy. Let's go down to the other end. You see Marley starts to penetrate, gives Hardaway just a little bit of room to get that shot off, and he buries it.
Well, New York has made a run, but thanks to this 3 by Hardaway, Miami clinging to the lead. Arena, Madison Square Garden. So we asked New Yorker Jamal Mashburn if he would be awed by his first playoff game in this building.
Yeah, it's a big game, but I think you just have to keep things in perspective and just go out there and play. And, you know, it's a playoff game no matter where you're at. I mean, people always put Madison Square Garden as one of the best places to play. And I'm here from New York, so, I mean, I was more used to Yankee Stadium than Madison Square Garden. I mean, it would be a big deal for me if we were playing at Yankee Stadium, but, you know, we're playing in the Garden. I was never one of those kids that used to sneak into the gym and watch the Knicks play, anything like that. I was more interested in baseball, so it's just like another gym for me.
Yankee Stadium?
I think he'd have too big a strike zone for Yankee Stadium. Nobody's guarding him now.
Mashburn missed the shot, though, after getting the rebound on the defensive end. Miami will get another chance. Mashburn saying his mom told him it's good to see him smile again. There weren't many smiles when he was down in Dallas.